discuss the salacious and entertainment side of it, absolutely we can. But we need to have a good head on our shoulders when it comes to this.
Yeah,
Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a
for
thumbs up, and
sure. Okay, men out of the chat, ladies. The topic for today is friend group versus solo dolo, baby. Okay, so if you have any stories about like your friend groups or whatever, write it in the chat. If you're more of a friend group type of lady or if you're more of a solo dolo type of lady, put it in the chat. It really doesn't matter. It's whatever feels most comfortable to you, especially based off of like maybe your past experiences and things of that nature. I think it may be applicable to men too because there's some men I believe that, maybe, more in a friend group versus more solo dolo, and that's fine as well. We need to stop allowing society to stigmatize, how we choose to interact with other people. It should be based on, of course, like, don't be fucking with people that don't want to be fucked with, of course, number one. And number two, just finding your people, right? That's a lot of what life's journey seems to be about. You're going to have trial and error, and sometimes you're going to really click with some people, and sometimes you won't. And ultimately, everyone needs to be able to be their own individual, especially within a friend group, if it's going to be successful. That's why a lot of solo people tend to find that a lot of people within friend groups, it's inevitable for it to somehow, some way have some kind of internal warfare, even if it's just psychologically. I think it might be that way with men too, but I don't know. But it seems like it. Come on in. I love women. See, that's how you know. And we'll allow the men to sidebar us if it's positive. Okay, for sure. But like, men, a man actually admires a woman or women in general when he can't help but to speak facts. Okay, and hopefully it translates in the real world as well, right? Versus a man that really doesn't like women, maybe one that talks down to women. Those are the ones you want to steer clear of, even if they put on a good front. Okay, the ones that really love women, they can't help it. They can't help but to help women. They can't help but to smile when they see a woman happy. Those are the type of men that really enjoy and appreciate women. And they possibly are the ones that actually, loved helping their mom or whatever, you know what I'm saying, just to put a smile on her face. So those are the type of men that actually like and love and appreciate and admire women versus some men that don't. They want to find a way not to help women, not to do anything to advance women. You know what I'm saying? So those are the type of guys that you should maybe steer clear from, but it all depends on you and where you're at in your life at the moment. So back to friend group versus solo dolo. Friend groups, there are advantages and disadvantages to that as well. But I think solo dolo, there are more benefits just because you can depend on yourself. And even if you can't, you start to develop that muscle of learning to depend on yourself and learning to trust your judgment and instincts, right? Versus a friend group, you're constantly, you know, trying to balance different energies and trying to balance different personalities when you're probably still trying to figure out your own personality and who the hell you are. Because a lot of people, a lot of people tend to find that a lot of people within friend groups tend not to, at the very core, know who they are, which is why it's beneficial to kind of get away sometimes and, have that woosah time to yourself, right? So that you kind of reconnect with yourself, know who you are, and you're aware that is nothing that's influencing you, that's penetrating, that is actually what you want, that you're connecting with yourself and the things that genuinely make you happy. And that's the difference between people that tend to be solo dolo and people that are in, or ladies, even men that are in friend groups. It's a lot of different energies, right? So it's good to just, again, get alone to yourself so you can figure out what, you naturally gravitate towards, right? So I think it's beneficial to just, it's not, I think it depends on your season in life and just the type of person that you are. And either or is beneficial and great. But a lot of people tend to eventually get to the solo dolo. And maybe some people learn quicker than others. And sometimes those in friend groups that cause a rift they may play it a little bit better than some. So just be aware and always put yourself first because you can never really go wrong with that. So that's just what I had to say. You know what I'm saying? On that, I just wanted, the solo dolo ladies to feel comfortable to continue exploring themselves and what makes them happy and don't feel any kind of way about it because eventually those that are in the friend group they eventually disband a majority of them in the worst ways and those that are solo dolo by nature you kind of get to avoid that but not even because a lot of us that are solo dolo by choice, a lot of us may have gone through those in early, what I'm saying, early adolescence, later adolescence, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of already were aware of those things and we knew how to move. So that's what, at least going through certain things early teaches you. It teaches you how to move a little bit better, how to recognize certain things, certain patterns, of course. And anyone that can relate, go ahead and type it in the chat. But I think this is beneficial for men and women. Now that I think about it, of course, my channel is more so geared towards women, but I guess some of this can actually help men. But anyways, just sometimes try to get to yourself and really kind of go through what you naturally gravitate towards and what naturally makes you feel good. And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it may not be your friend group and that's okay because maybe you are the type of person that needs to, you know, maybe you're an introvert. You need to collect your energy when you're alone because if you keep going to like a friend group and you're an introvert or someone that collects their energy when they're like, replenishing themselves by themselves, then you'll never be fully replenished because you're still, all your energy is going out to however many people is in your friend group. So just be conscious of that so you don't drain yourself and you're not pouring from like a damn near empty bucket. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to come on here real quick and give that little piece. It seems like it's so basic, but it's like if you really think about it, it's deep. But I just wanted to give that little bit and just always be confident in yourself. If you want a quick video on how to be obsessed with yourself, I know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm more so of a process type of person. So I believe there's a formula to everything. Okay. That's why I came up with the relationship formula. It's in my book, The Pick Me Awareness Hotline Rehab Recovery Center. I actually got that inspiration from Shira Seven. Okay, period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. She was going over. Well, I don't think she really liked formulas as far as when it comes to you know, relationships or what have you. And so I just was like, you know what? I know how to formulate that. You know what I'm saying? And then I think some people started asking her, "Is it a formula? Is it a formula?" And she was like, "Oh my gosh, okay, whatever. He just has to like you like 10 times more." You know what I'm saying? But what I don't like is people, trying to compare me, especially to my fave. Don't do that. That's disrespectful. Okay, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's my fave. Period. And we no one is completely the same with anyone else, right? Everyone has their source, where they come from, their backgrounds and everything like that. So I like to appreciate everyone for their individual unique, that je ne sais quoi about them. That's what I like about people, and a bunch of other stuff, but that's definitely something that yeah, I definitely appreciate about people being themselves unapologetically and trying trial and error because that is the way of life, asking questions and trying to figure out what works for you as an individual, and that's reduces any chance of anyone being envious or jealous or anything of that nature because you're focused on yourself and what makes you happy, genuinely happy, what you naturally gravitate towards. Okay, so don't get lost in the sauce of society and their BS. Okay, but anyways, I just want to hop on here real quick. Okay, and give that to y'all. So make sure you comment whatever your opinions are below. And I hope you enjoyed my little nuggets. Okay, my little chicken nuggets. I'm gonna come up with better names. I'm creative. And if you have any creative, suggestions, make sure you put it down below because I love that. Okay, it's your goddess, Chaotic. And I hope any part of this was helpful. Okay, all right.